guys, welcome back to Febudaily Ironing Customs. I'm Michael, and today we're back on working on this, getting this fender well shape right to go back in the car. So I'm just sitting here. If you saw the video yesterday, at the end of the video I just kind of tacked it into place to kind of get an idea about where things were going. So I kind of get a plan about how to move forward. So let me move y'all down here so you can see. Alright, try to get y'all the best camera angle I can so you can see what's going on. So I just went and grabbed the wireframe buck. I had to make a couple of repairs to it because it was coming apart in some places. Alright, so I just wanted to get the wireframe buck to put it in there, and like I said, it's different shape than the buck. You know, like I said, I just had to accept the fact that I'm not going to be able to pull it that much. And the thing is it's actually really close through here. So, I mean, we could work on it for a while longer, but I'm really happy with that shape. And, you know, we've got a little bit of straightening to do, but we're going to get into getting it in here. Now, what we need to do to go ahead and get this like it's supposed to be, and it doesn't need to shrink anymore here. If you look at the way this, if you look at the curve, this is a really sharp dish here. It's really shallow here. So what needs to happen is this actually needs to, if we curve this more, it's going to pull it in. What it actually needs to do is we need to take this and stretch. Probably, and I'm going to put a couple of marks where I think the most stretch needs to be will be somewhere in here to here, but the whole area needs to be stretched from there to there, and we need to stretch it starting here lightly and heavy here. I'm going to put an H right here from here to here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and I'm bringing the shrinker stretcher over close to this side so I don't have to keep walking over there where it's at. And I'm just going to run it by hand. I'm going to change to the stretch dies, and we're going to see if we can't get this fitting better. Okay guys, I'm not sure if y'all can see that or not, but as I'm trying to show you what a set of stretching dies, if you see, they, when you push down, they spread apart. And you see the little gap spread apart in there. So what we're going to do is try to stretch this tin and get it the right shape. Okay, so what I'm going to do to begin with is try to stretch that area out at the top that we were talking about stretching. Hopefully it'll open it. Come on. I do need to grab my Allen wrench and permanently put this handle in here. Alright. Ooh. Let's see. And this is going to be a lot of this right here, where we stretch, check and see if it's where it needs to be, and stretch it again. And if we go too far, you know, we can change back to the shrink and die and shrink it. Obviously, you want to try to create as little work for yourself as possible. So go a little bit and go back to the car, test fit, and go a little more. And go back to the car and test fit it again. We're going to go a little deeper. we're going to start and just work our way out and stretch as we go. Like I said, we over shaped this part of the inner fender well, and we just got to correct that. Oops. And I'm going to continue on doing that for a little while until I get the shape, and then I'll come back and I may go to the wheel, and if I go to the wheel, I'll carry y'all with me. Okay, so I just went to a an 8-inch radius wheel, which is should fit in its curve without creating any tracking marks. We're just going to put enough pressure on it to try to wash out some of these wrinkles without changing the shape of the panel. We need just a little more. No, I don't want it to. I'm just trying to work my way back through this area, try to work the wrinkles out of it, trying to give it a little nicer finish. You hear those? I had somebody get on me about coming out of the panel. Guys, I'm a novice at this. I'm just learning. I'm enjoying myself. That's my suggestion to anybody that wants to do this kind of work at home. Get out there in your shop and do it. Learn, make mistakes. That's why I bought that car right there. I bought that car to be my first hot rod. I've got a line through there that needs to be shrunk, so we're going to have to go back to the shrinker. I bought that car right there to learn how to do this kind of work. And that's what I'm doing. I'm learning how to do this kind of work. And like I said, I absolutely suggest that if you want to learn how to do this work, buy you an English wheel, buy you a set of shrinker and stretcher, buy some 18 gauge. Metal's at the best price I've seen it in a couple of years. Get out there in the shop, bend something up. If you want to make knives and be a blacksmith, build a forge. Get out there and do that. You know, don't wait. Life is way too short. Do not wait. Get out there and get it done. See, I got a little bit of a low right there. A little bit of weirdness. Like I said, this is going to be very well likely covered in undercoating, so I'm not terribly worried about what it looks like. Oops, slipped out again. Sorry for anybody that, you know, don't say that to stop slipping out. That's what she said, right? Anyway, sorry ladies. Whew. I tell you what, you can definitely get your cardio in. Check the fit on the car. We still got a bump there. Probably wouldn't hurt to go over it one more time. Oh, it ain't gonna be perfect. You know, like I said, this is to learn. We're not gonna go out there to SEMA or concours or anything like that. We're having fun. Alright guys, so what I've done is I've washed over that panel, got it fitting pretty close. I may have to do a little more adjusting on it before we weld it in, but right now I want to get my piece of 1/4 inch rod installed into the opening. So I've cut me a piece off about 4 foot long, and I'm just trying to kind of get an idea about where it needs to bend. And I may have to get down in the floor so I can see what I'm doing. So guys, if y'all are doing anything and it's going to take y'all a bit of time, go ahead and get somewhere it makes you comfortable. If that's in the floor, I don't have any problem being in the floor, to be honest with you. So like I said, I got this just a little longer than it needs to be. Start working it over that drum. I do need to get rid of that piece. Let's make a mess. The shop's falling down. Oh, that's working pretty good. I may have to come back and re-straighten some of that. Oh, I know I do. That's way too much bend. We don't need much of a curve right to start with. Let's see. We may need more than that though. Alright. Yep. Just need to start right there and start coming on around with it. Just using the hub as a anvil. I was going to use a hammer, but I'm not having to. It's 1/4 inch, so it's not very hard. That has got us looking pretty good all the way up to that has got us looking good all the way almost to up there. Put a little more bend in it right there. Bring us right about where we need to be. We do need just a little more bend right there. I think I'm actually going to, I'm not 100% sure what I want to do right at the bottom down here. I'm not sure what I want to do right here, because my intention is to go ahead and make a set of rockers to go on the outside of the heat channels that actually extends the body of the car, so when it lays out on the pavement, it'll actually lay rocker, as the mini truck guys would say. So I think I want to maybe notch that a little bit and get it on in there. And what I want to do is split, pretty much split the rod in half where I weld it. And I may, since it's got to do that weird jog, it may be easier for me to stop it right there, cut it, and right down. Somebody bring me my pair of safety glasses. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I've got this started. Yeah. It's been a little bit of a pain. Probably need to get my welding helmet and get off the floor. Because welding pecs are getting me. Welding pecs are getting me. Yeah, let's get off the floor before I get a welding pec down the shoe. Alright guys, so that's taken a little while to get that like I wanted, and it's still not 100% because there's two pieces of metal. Two pieces of metal overlapped right here. Like I said, this is some of that early on stuff I was doing when I first started messing with bodies on cars. What I'm going to do is right through here, it takes the line that the car took and it rolls out. So I'm going to take my body hammer and just grab a dolly and right around it. That may have been too much. Kind of a hard place to work. That looks a heck of a lot better. Actually, there's still a high spot right there. Okay, that looks a lot better to me. Like that. I may actually hammer it back down just a little more. Alright, so what I'm trying to do is I want my lip to be about that wide all the way around the bottom of the car of this line, and then there's going to be a body line. So what I'm trying to do is create that body line. We'll have to cut out another piece of steel once we get this in here to fill this in. Matter of fact, I may want that radius just a little tighter. And I'm just trying to grab somewhere in the brake caliper and bend. I would serve myself wonders if I'd put my damn welding helmet on, wouldn't I? Where? Okay guys, I got started stitching the inner fender well in. Tomorrow we're going to come back out here. I'm going to say it's going to be tomorrow unless something stupid happens. We're going to come back out here and start trimming this up to fit inside of that panel. It looks really good. There's some stretch marks here that I wasn't able to get out with the wheel right down in here. But we're going to end up cutting probably to there, so we're going to cut most of that out, and we're going to have to lip this over a little bit. So it's just going to have to work it real easy to get it in there. I'm not mad about it, guys. There's guys that are better at this than I am. So, like I said, I'm just having fun, and hopefully we're going to get to drive this Volkswagen at some point in the next, I don't know, sometime this year maybe, next year. Hopefully we're shooting for sometime later this year. Like I said, come back tomorrow, we'll finish getting this quarter panel in, this rear panel in, and then we need to make the other one, which is probably going to take a few days to do, but I need to get that in so I can start figuring out how I'm going to make the tail section of the car and get that metalwork laid out. Tomorrow night we may go ahead, once we get this inner fender well in, we may start trying to figure out panels to attach it to the inside of the car. So anyway, that's all I got for today, guys. It's February 14th. Mrs. Iron and Customs is on the way, so we're going to go see her for a little while, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.